So diving into Gideon chapter 8 this morning. All right, we got Gideon, and he's got his band of 300 soldiers, and he is pursuing the two kings of the Midianites. Both have funky names that start with Z. I can't really pronounce. He's chasing them. He gets down to Ephraim. He goes to the Ephraim senior officials there, and it's like, hey man, my people are starving and exhausted. Can you bring out some bread and some water for them? And the people of Ephraim are like, bro, you ain't even got the two kings yet that you're chasing. Why in the world would we give you anything? And Gideon's like, oh, it's like that. Okay, all right. When I go get them, I'm gonna bring them back here. I'm gonna have them two kings back here, and I'm gonna whoop y'all's tail. And he literally says something like, "You will be beaten with the wild thorns and briars." And then he takes off and goes to another little city and was like, hey, hook us up with some dinner. And they're like, what are you to us? You ain't even caught them guys yet. And he's like, all right, when I get here, I'm breaking down y'all's tower. And so he goes, gets the two dudes from the two kings of Midian, brings them back, and comes back to Ephraim, gets the thorns and the briars, and it literally says he taught them a lesson. Um, and then he goes over to the other place. That place starts with a P. Can't pronounce it either. And and he broke down that tower. And then he says, "Okay, bring out your gold. I got dibs on the spoils of war." And so they bring out like 1,700 shekels worth of gold. And then there was some big medallions or something on these camels, and the collars of the camels was worth a lot of money. And Gideon creates an ephod. Now, my understanding of an ephod is like some really fancy gem ornamented robe. And the Levitical priests, I think, wore ephods. Double check me on that. I'm okay with being wrong. But then we see that becomes a snare, and people worship it. When the Bible talks about whoring after, it's usually that's a reference for worshiping a pagan god. Gideon dies, and the Israelites go right back into paganism. It is an endless cycle that I haven't figured out yet. Y'all be safe.